Jesus is a Zionist. If you're a Christian, you believe he's still somewhere in heaven. He's still around. He's not buried 2,000 years ago, so he's a Zionist. He was a Zionist. He is a Zionist. Some out-of-the-box thinking coming up.
Simcha's Sessions, out-of-the-box insights into history, religion, and politics.
Before I get into my new topic, Out of the Bomb Shelter, should be a series, Out of the Bomb Shelter. Support us. Check if you're a subscriber, and you may think you are, and you may not be, and if either way, subscribe, share, like, and if you go all the way, become a member, because we need the support, and we will start doing live sessions right after the end of this war. So Jesus is or was a Zionist. So what is Zionism? It gets its name from Jerusalem. Another name for Jerusalem in the Bible is Zion. Zionism is a program, modern program, for ingathering the Jewish people from wherever they may be, Europe, America, Arab lands, ingathering them and bringing them back to their ancient homeland, Israel. That's it, where they are indigenous. That's it. It's for the ingathering of those Jewish people who want to be ingathered in the land of Israel. That's Zionism. Moses was a Zionist. He took the Jews out of Egypt and brought them to the land of Israel. All the prophets in the Bible are Zionists. They're very explicit about it. Isaiah, for example, he talks about the exiles of Israel and the scattered of Judah and bringing them back from east and west. It's a two-pronged process according to all the prophets. The Jews will have a homeland, but then they will be exiled, and at the end of time, they will be ingathered. That's the sign to everyone that the end of time, the apocalypse, whatever you want to call it, if you're a Christian, the second coming, that will be triggered by the ingathering of the exiled, lost people of Israel. This is in every prophet, Jeremiah 32:37, Ezekiel. You will be brought back miraculously into your own land. That's a quote. Micah is the most eerie about it, because in Micah 2:12, he seems to say that this will happen after a genocide or a Holocaust against the Jewish people. He talks about the Jewish people being sheep. And for those that know, during the Holocaust, the Jews were compared that they were destroyed like sheep to the slaughter. He says that those that are left will be lame, they will be scarred. And the remnant of the Holocaust, the remnants were scarred and continue to be scarred to this day. Even their children, like me, the second generation children of Holocaust survivors. And then he says that the people who will be ingathered from Europe, from Arabia, from the four corners of the earth and the islands of the sea, they will be a remnant. It's not going to be the Jewish people. They will be a remnant, meaning a lot of the Jewish people will have been destroyed just before the ingathering. And that's exactly what happened from 1939 to 1945, before the resurrection of modern Israel. Now, at that time, the prophets say, there will be a rebuilding of the house of God in Jerusalem, the temple, and then there will be peace on earth eventually, and there will be a universal recognition of God, the God of Israel, the God of the Bible, as God. That's what will happen. Now, okay, you could say Moses believed in that, the prophets believed in that, but what about Jesus? Jesus, this was his mission statement. Zionism was his mission statement. He says in Matthew 15:24 that he was sent, I quote, only to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. That's stage one of his mission. And then he ups the ante. He appoints 12 apostles. Why 12? Because there are 12 tribes of Israel. It's a symbolic thing. And he tells them, where did he tell them? He tells them in Matthew 10:5-6, that they're not to go to the Gentiles. They're only to preach to the lost tribes of Israel, to the lost house of Israel. But step 3 is that once that happens, right? Once that happened, it's in John. Very interesting. And in the Gospel of John, in 10:16, he asks the question, what will happen to the Gentiles? John says in 10:16 that those who are not of his fold, but who will listen to Jesus, they will join forces with the ingathered Jews. Is that happening right now with America and Israel? I don't know. I'm not a preacher. I'm just saying what John says is that those not of the fold will join the Gentiles together with the ingathered sheep of the house of Israel. So what we have here is a Zionist program. Basically, Jesus says that when that ingathering happens, when the prophets will be fulfilled, the temple will be rebuilt, and then the Jews will play their role as a nation of priests and a holy nation, and the house of God will become a house of prayer to all nations. Now, you can agree with the religion, you can disagree with the religion, but this is what it says. All of them are Zionists. They're all for the ingathering of the Jewish people to the land of Israel. So take it any way you want, but if you're a follower of the Bible, it seems we may very well be living in the prophesied times of the Zionist project. So if you want me to keep broadcasting out of my bomb shelter, like, subscribe, share, and become a member. I will, right after this war, start doing longer live stuff with the members. In the meantime, just support us. Thanks.